Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Advancement Center, to the world of magic and miracles. The hawk is welcoming you as well. Welcome, welcome on this beautiful day. And the picture in my invitation, Barbara so wonderfully reminded me this morning, if you've all seen the white horse and the title that came with it, which was Follow Your Spirit, nothing else. And I just got to see I'm confused. I just got to see the video of beautiful Kathleen Neff, who just showed up. What? Oh. I'm confused. I'm getting messages there. I don't understand what they are here. Okay. Anyway, it was a beautiful experience of someone following their spirit, doing something that could seem absolutely outlandishly crazy, that you would have no idea of doing unless maybe you got a little nudge from a magical being that's here supporting us all. And magic happens every day, especially when you follow your spirit, especially when it feels impossible. And it brings back how I came here to Santa Barbara. It was completely spontaneous moment of following my spirit, my signal, my very strong message that said, go. And I never left, with a lot of support here from my family at the Advancement Center. And every once in a while, that story will come up when someone asks where I'm from, as someone's visiting here where I work at a hotel. People come from all over the world. And it's really fun to share that, because you feel the moment you share with someone, and it's really clear that you just did something that to most people is crazy. Get up, throw a bunch of clothes in the back of your car and drive for, 6-7 hours. And then you call this new place your home, and you have no job, I don't think I had any money, not much, just nothing except me and myself and I, and my best friends and family here on planet Earth, here to welcome me. But it changed my life. And when you share your stepping out and doing something impossible, people feel it. People are inspired. You never know what they're going to do next. You open the door wide open for everyone to follow their spirit when you are doing it yourself. And one of the things I just keep seeing the picture of the horse, the white horse. I see wild horses running. That always made such an impact on me. There's something about it that is absolute freedom, wildness, freedom. And you can change direction. You could do anything you want. And the beauty and the majesty of your being when you're following that, and you don't have a care in the world. You have no concern. You're following your spirit. You're in touch with that magical place that is such an intrinsic part of us all, that actually gets kind of like a fire trying to be put out, like a beautiful roaring campfire is your spirit. You come here with that. Don't let anybody put it out. I had a young man that I work with. He's young, just still in college, that was taking off from the job. I think he was going to go back home to Chicago after having been here in college for several years. And he actually asked my advice, and I hadn't even spoken with him. We'd never even had a conversation besides passing each other at work and smiling at each other and saying hello and saying goodbye. But he asked me on his last day that I would be seeing him for advice. And it was the most wonderful moment. And that's just what came to me, was follow your spirit. Because he had all kinds of notions. He'd been around all his peers, people his own age, in the same world. And he was going back to family, which he had a lot of. He apparently loves his family. But he said, but it's going to be different. They're not, I don't know if he used the words, but he was saying they haven't been in my world. How am I going to do this? What's it going to be like? And just to tell someone in that space, to have the words that came out, just follow your spirit wherever it takes you, even if it takes you there and it brings you back, or it takes you somewhere else. And I once again shared that, I believe I shared that beautiful suggestion, or whatever you want to call it, from Robert so many years ago. If you walk out the door and your signal says turn left, you turn left. If you take a step and it says turn right, turn right. If it says turn left again, turn left again. That not filtering where your spirit's taking you, even if you feel for a moment like you look silly, or it's just that encouragement to say, who cares? To just follow your spirit. And that's one of the amazing things that happens here. Why each and every one of you watching these broadcasts today, or even in the future, are continually invited to join us here at the Advancement Center from your own living room via something as simple as a computer. Because for me, this experience of this great honor of being in this chair once a week in front of all of you, having no plan, having no idea what I'm going to talk about, is just that. it's following your spirit. And it's kind of like, especially right at the beginning, oh my goodness, it's kind of like stepping on the edge of a cliff, standing there and knowing you have to take a step forward, and you don't see any support. You just see the ground, or perhaps not even the ground. You're so high up, and just taking a step out there. That's what it felt like for me. And it's still exciting. You get past that moment of, oh, you know what? Your oh, it moment. And when you do, and I have the opportunity to do this again and again, it's incredible what falls away. What falls away is all those shackles, all those judgments, all those things that have stopped me from expressing me, my spirit, for many years. And this is such an incredible way to be free. And something very different happens here that I can't even explain. And it is really such a joy to have someone share the screen with you and just have a conversation. You never know where it's going to take you. And the beautiful interaction that happens between us is so magic, unpredictable. You never know what's going to come out. And yet this light shines through everyone. And it's growing. And what Barbara and David bring every week is just showing you how magnificent that is, how it's just taking off. I heard like a spaceship. It's just that feeling. It's just you're gone. You're gone from your restrictions. You're gone from your limitations. There is no such thing. You don't even know about such words. You barely know about words. They just have this way of forming as you play. In the place where you came from, where you play as you travel, here and there and everywhere. And the experiences are no longer mental. There's something that you're feeling. And it's transmitted. Words are a really interesting medium. They carry your transmission. But as you all know, there's so much beyond the words. But we need the words here on earth. That's how it works. And that's also why and how the days that I'm in front of the camera was given the name Music for All, because I always hear and feel everyone's music. And that's what it is. Everyone has their own song. And they're all completely unique. And it takes you places. And what more fun? It's so much fun to travel, just sitting where you are, and yet you travel. Makes me think of Robert talking about the world of stories, and that's one of the big things he's experiencing right now, and Barbara has joined him, is the world of stories. Sitting in one place, you're traveling, you're having all these experiences, you're going so far beyond this apparent reality, when you maybe have to walk down the hall and go to the kitchen, or sometimes when I come back from being in that world, whether it's your story or another story or the interaction that's creating a new story, when you step out of it, sometimes for me it can be a little, you don't know where you are for a fraction of a second. It takes you a minute. But the more you let yourself go in and out of all of these amazing experiences, riding the wave of music, writing your song, writing the songs, it could be the song of a bird, it could be the song of another being, maybe not even so much something that you hear with your ears, if that makes any sense. But I just continue to see the harmony between everyone, between everyone's fields. Remembering what Robert said, we never have to bump into each other. And that's a beautiful feeling and knowing to take throughout every moment of every day. Occasionally I do forget. So you just remind yourself, or you will be reminded. Because harmony is the way of the world now and what I see is forever. Harmony between all beings, between everything. And here we are once again, back to music. What is music that makes your heart sing, makes you get up and dance? And there's a lot of fun and mischief in it as well. So keeping it light and keeping it fun and keeping the mischief alive is always just as important as everything else. So again, on this amazingly beautiful day, coming to you here from lovely Santa Barbara, California, to you everywhere around the world, we are wishing you all a perfect life, perfect health, and a really, really magic future. Thank you.